welcome back to Love and Romance Tarot Readings. I'm excited for today's pick a card. Today we are going to see who will you date next. So we'll tap into your next date itself to see what that will be like. But we're also going to tap into the person, of course, to see who this is that you're dating and going out with. And we'll see their action towards you, what they're trying to start. Okay, is it short term, long term? What kind of, relationship would this be? We'll get into that too. So all the details per usual. And yeah, if you'd like your own private tarot reading, my Etsy shop is in the description. That is where you can find me. I have all sorts of other magical offerings on there, custom spell work, manifestation candles. So your girl can help you out with that for sure. But yeah, other than that, pause the video if you need more time with the piles, and you can always pick more than one pile for all of my readings. So for group one, we have the Yellowstone. For group one, and we'll be using the Santa Muerte Tarot. For group two, we have the Bluestone, and we'll be using the Phantom Tarot. For group three, we have this purplish brown stone here, and we'll be using the Gilded Tarot Royale. And for group four, we've got the green stone. And we will be using the Mermaid Tarot for group four. So go ahead and pause the video if you need more time to decide, but we're just going to jump right into it. All right, if you chose group one with the Yellowstone and the Santa Muerte Tarot, this is your reading. Tapping in to see your next date, okay? Who are you going on this date with? Wow, as I cut the deck, we got the Queen of Cups and the King of Pentacles. For whatever reason, this is kind of giving me like finance bro, witch girly energy, where it's like two people from two different worlds that have their own unique values. We got the King of Pentacles, which is earth energy, all about stability, practicality, doing things the right way, solid foundations, patience, trust, loyalty. And then we have the Queen of Cups, which is all about running from your intuitive side, your psychic abilities, listening to spirit, a strong relationship to the universe, leading with your heart, water energy. I love that. I feel like that's very telling. So there may be some contrast between you and this person, where it's like you guys may be opposite signs, or, just signs from different elements. And you both have your own unique value. You both have your own unique way of living life, going through this crazy journey that we call existence. Let's see, Spirit, for group one, please show us. So who is this person? Tell us about this person, and we'll go from there. Wow. So the first card we have that turned over for them is the Angel. So this person is really going to seem like a gift from God. They have a very pure energy about them. Something about them energetically feels different. It just feels like someone you should be close to. That's kind of like how your body is responding to them. You may even physically notice that you always, some way, somehow find yourself in their space, or find your hand resting on their lap or something like that. It's like you just want to touch them, be close to them. You feel very safe with this person, and they're so solid. And that's King of Pentacles energy, so solid, like someone you can trust and depend on, someone when it's like you're going crazy and you're dysregulated, someone who's just very cool, calm, and collected. This reminds me of, I went to Japan with one of my exes years back, and I was in charge of the flights. Child, we got to the airport and they were like, yeah, so your flight left this morning. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, you should have received an email. They changed your flight. I had a breakdown, not even gonna lie. It was just too much. It was already a lot for me going out of the country, and it was just, that was the straw that broke the camel's back. I had a breakdown. I could not even talk. I could not handle it. And my partner at the time stepped up and handled everything. And typically they're more of a chill kind of person. They're not really like that airport dad type of energy where they're always on top of things. So I was just so shook at how they just showed up and did exactly what needed to be done, handled it all, got us on a different flight, and we were on our way to Japan a couple hours later. I was just so shocked by that whole experience. And I'm reminded of that right now, where it's like, whenever you need it, this person really shows up and they seem like they have this angelic presence, this ability to just handle things and sort things when you're overwhelmed. The angel, it says, helping those in need with no expectations of return. So if you have something you're struggling with, whether it's a problem or whether it's something that you've been going through for years, this person is very empathetic towards that, very patient with you. Wow. So this person has a very strong relationship with spirit, because we have the child divine here. Not only does this person have a close relationship with their own inner child, but they're like a child of the divine. They go where spirit tells them to go. This one says, innocence, purity, and redemption suggests a special connection with the divine. So this person, they listen to the above. I love this. This lets us know they have their own spiritual practice. So if that's something that you really feel like you need, like to date a partner that has their own relationship with spirit, so that you don't have to always feel like the teacher or leading them, this person definitely, okay, they're locked in with spirit. And then we have the storyteller. This one says, ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. So I like this. This person has like a backdoor kind of way of leadership. Very much so a leader, very much so someone you can trust. But it's like, say you're struggling with something, they don't just immediately go into solution-oriented mode where it feels like you don't have an option but to follow their lead. They more go into expressing a time where they've experienced something similar, and they guide you through that. It's like they guide you to the epiphanies versus just giving you the answers. So it doesn't feel forceful. It doesn't even feel too personal. And if you're really honest with yourself, maybe that's something you need, because if you're someone who gets triggered whenever you feel like someone's trying to boss you around or control you, if you've always naturally been very rebellious, that may just be exactly what you need. Someone who will talk to you in a way where it's like, it doesn't even feel like they're giving you the answer. It really just feels like some way, somehow, yeah, we got the rebel that just came out. It may just feel like some way, somehow, you just end up feeling better after you talk to them, after you kind of vent to them. And this person lets you vent to them also, is something Spirit's highlighting. So if you've experienced partners where it's like you're going through stuff and they don't really let you talk through it, you will not have to worry about that with them. We have the rebel. Yeah, this person's an individualist. I feel like they're not going to remind you of any of your exes or anyone else you've ever dated. The rebel says challenges authority to affect social change and rejects a spiritual system that do not serve inner needs. So this person's like, regardless of what society tells you should follow, you should do, I'm going to do what's best for me. I'm going to do what resonates. I'm going to do what's helping me. So this isn't someone who's stuffy, stuck in their ways, or stuck to a specific way of thinking. This person, yeah, definitely really a shapeshifter. They're the kind of person, I don't feel like they have a religion. I don't. I feel like they're more spiritual, because they're going to be whoever they need to be to get through whatever situation they're in the most advantageous way. So if they hold themselves to a certain religion, that means they have to go by a certain code. This person is more like, okay, it's effective for me to be, knuck if you buck in this moment. So I'm gonna get right with you. I'm not taking the forgive thy neighbor, like, okay, you want a problem? Well, you found one. But then, there's times where it takes a lot more empathy. It takes a lot more patience. And that's the way that they'll show up. So yeah, I love their energy. This person is very unique and creative and very present in the moment. The shapeshifter says skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness and the ability to see potential in everything. So this person sees your potential. They see their own potential. They see the potential. Spirit's now showing me a home, like a fixer-upper. That may be something you've always wanted to do, like, to do a project where you fix up a house. But this person sees that potential. So maybe that's something you guys can do together. Like maybe you'll end up going into business with each other. And you'll do some sort of fixer-upping work. But yeah, this person, they definitely can see the potential and everything. Okay, Spirit. What else can you tell us for group 1? Oof. There's a lot of cards that want to come out. So one thing I can already tell with this connection is it's not going to be traditional. Like when you hear about a person like this, you may assume, oh, they're going to be like, okay, the angel came out for them. They're going to be super love and light. But that just isn't true. That's not true. And I feel like you're going to learn, like, okay, that makes sense. We have the options card coming up here as well. So you may be dating at this time. There may be multiple people in your life that you're dating. But I am picking up on a little bit of struggle with this person. Yeah. Okay. There's definitely multiple people in your energy, first of all. This person is likely going to be a new love connection. If you do have a history with this person, though, if you do happen to know this person, this wouldn't be someone that you've dated. This would just be someone that you've worked with, or someone that you know of, someone in your friend group, but not someone that you've been in a relationship with. We have new love and past life. So this is going to be a new love connection, someone that you're newly dating moving forward, but at the same time, someone that you've met in multiple lifetimes, which is making sense as to why they come through as an angel, because they help you so much. And that's what past life connections are all about. You meet them in lifetime after lifetime because they significantly help level you up. They can add love to your life. They can add growth to your life. They can help you get from point A to point B. This person, a large part of what they're doing in your life is they're helping you get from the point where you've been the teacher into the point where you're now co-creating with another person. Whatever it is that you're struggling with, this person is a child of the divine. They're definitely sent here with purpose to angel help you through whatever it is you're going through. So really, they could end up being a stepping stone. It doesn't have to be forever. Typically, past life connections, though, end up at least being like long life friends because there's so much benefit to being with these type of connections. So, but I am seeing a struggle here. We have the blame game, tug of war, and apologies. So what I love is that this person is willing to apologize when they're wrong. They will take accountability. They will apologize. They will admit it. But there's a tug of war going on here. So you guys, it's like two people who have earned their stripes in this life. So both of you are showing up in a place of ego. We have the ego card that came up as well. Now, what I love about this is regardless of the tug of war and the blame game, this person is willing to apologize. But both of you have a really strong ego. So I feel like you're no spring chicken, okay? You done been through some hard lessons in this life. And nobody got you here but you. You had to work through them. You really had to show up. You had to show teeth. You had to develop some grit. You had to really rise up from the things that you've gone through. So it's like, you're not going to let someone come in here and boss you around and tell you what to do. You're not going to, just start to worship someone. Even if they have immense value, you're not going to give your all to them. That doesn't mean that because they have value, they get you automatically right away without question. They have to earn you just like anyone else. They have to prove that they're worth being in your life. And they have to also show up a certain kind of way that you can accept in a relationship. So I'm seeing this person very triggered by that. There's definitely a power struggle here with the tug of war. And with the blame game, I see both of you kind of going back and forth and saying, well, you did this, you did that, you did this, you did that. You're triggering each other for sure. And ultimately it stems in ego. Well-earned ego, but ego for sure. But we have the apologies card. So you guys are ultimately figuring it out and coming back together. So we have options and decisions. This could be in itself what's triggering this person. The fact that it's very clear that you have options. So if things have been stuck and stagnant for you for a while, well, you are in luck, group 1, because things are about to heat up. Not only is this person coming through, but you have other people that you're dating and it's like you're not keeping it a secret. They know it. Spirit, can you tell us about the date within itself? What are they doing for their next date? Four of Pentacles in reverse. So you guys are getting out of your comfort zone, breaking free from the traditional dating. This is like you're not going to a restaurant or out to coffee, whatever you would traditionally do for a date. And that'll kind of slightly differ from person to person. You're not doing here. And we have the Three of Cups in reverse, which is a card of celebration, going out, being with other people. So if you typically go on dates and you have your other friends there to kind of help you break the ice, or to just be around and also get an idea like, okay, is this person cool or not? That's not going to be a thing. This is definitely going to be a solo date. And it's going to be a date doing something, Four of Pentacles in reverse, that gets you out of your comfort zone. We have the Santa Muerte card in reverse. So you guys may actually be doing something that you gave up on previously. Say you used to do, like, say you used to be in acting classes or in plays when you were younger. This is like you guys, your first date, going to do an improv class. Bro, that'd be so freaking scary. I don't know that I could do that. That would be so horrifying. Doing an improv class, not only are you there like in front of other people, but also in front of like a first date. Oh, hell no. I don't know that I have the guts for that one, but it's just an example anyway. I'm not saying that's what you're going to be doing. But Santa Muerte in reverse is kind of something that you failed at. And then we have the Emperor that showed up reversed as well. So something that you're not really good at, something that you've had a bad experience with even. So say you had an embarrassing experience as you were rock climbing. It's like you guys are going to rock climb again. Or say you're not very athletic. You know, you guys are going to do something like going on a hike or going rock climbing. Or, you know, say you're not really good with, you know, creativity and painting or whatever. This is like you guys doing something like that on the first date. So I do feel like you'll be talking to this person like through text or in person, like, you know, if this is someone you know from work or something like that. You're talking through text, or you're talking over time, like at work, before you're going on a date, because this person already knows that this is something that you're not good at. This is something that you've expressed. This person has read between the lines in the communication that you've said to them. And then we have the Ace of Wands and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. This person is trying to help you, kind of like trying to help you show no fear, trying to help you overcome your fears as well. I feel like that could be what it is that's kind of triggering you about this person, because this is already something that would make you extremely uncomfortable. Like, why are you doing this? Why are you trying to make me out? Can we just have a date? Like, why do I have to overcome these fears? And immediately they're coming in like that. So I feel like that could be what's causing you to be uncomfortable or triggered by this person. It's like, I've already gone out of my comfort zone just to do these things with you. And then it's just like you want more and more and more. And not in the sense that they want more and more from you in a romantic sense, but they want more. Like this person, yeah, they do kind of like to see you like that. I don't know why, but they do kind of like to see you like overcoming your fears and uncomfortable and doing things out of your comfort zone. We have the Star card in reverse and the Two of Pentacles. So there's a very clear moment here where you're deciding like, okay, is this the person I want to be with? And I feel like that's why you're still accepting other dates at this time and going on other dates, unless you've just already been rotational dating, because you can't put all your eggs in this person's basket because they ask for so much from you. Again, not in a romantic sense where it's like, oh, I want a kiss and then I want more and then I want more. No, not at all like that. But in a way where it's like they just challenge you so much that it's impossible for you to just focus on this person. You have to focus on other people, because otherwise the situation can be very frustrating for you. We got the Hermit at the bottom of the deck. So you're definitely holding back from this person, holding back from this connection. And I feel like it's just because you want to get to know them better and you really want to get to the root of why. Is this just how you are as a person, or why do you feel the need to challenge me in this way? Are you getting messages from spirit that this is what I need? Like you're trying to figure out if you can really trust this person. And I totally get that, because I don't know that I would be so keen to trust someone that like wants to make me uncomfortable. Like I get it, like, yeah, you know, being uncomfortable can help you learn and grow and whatever, but at the same time, why do you feel the need to bring that out of me? So I get why you're taking your time. You're trying to figure this person out, and also you got decisions, okay? So you don't know if this is the person you want to be with, but at a minimum, I do feel like they'll be in your life for a long time, considering this is a past life love connection. Spirit, what other action are they taking towards them? We have at peace and keeping it low key. So it's like, yeah, it's like you guys have periods of time where you're really opening up to each other. We have the opening up card where you're really opening up to each other, growing on each other, growing with each other. And then these periods where you're at peace, keeping it low key, not even speaking, doing your own thing. It's like, I see you getting very frustrated with this person, not gonna lie. And it's not frustrated because they're doing something you don't, like in a romantic sense, like, oh, they're talking to other people, or they're being flip-floppy, they're being shady. It's nothing like that. It's more just like they trigger you so bad. This person triggers you so bad that it's like you need the time and distance and the space away from them so you can literally recharge. So you're not showing up pissed. Yeah, so we have opening up, which I like. There will be periods of time where they will open up to you and they will express the things that they've gone through and their life experience, and they're going to be sharing with you like their story and things like that. And then it's just, you know, you're at peace, you're keeping it low key. You guys aren't talking every day, and I feel like that's mainly because you're just needing a break here and there with dealing with this person. Ooh, we got intense flirtation, enchantment, and watching and waiting. So yeah, this person, yeah, watching and waiting, they're like a tiger, okay? They're waiting for their moment to pounce. They know exactly when. That's such earth sign energy. Like they have this ability, earth signs, they have this ability to literally just observe like a tiger in the brush. You won't even see them. You won't notice they're there. You won't even notice that they're kind of stalking their prey, watching and waiting for the perfect time to strike. And then they just strike with such precision that typically, yeah, they can get people to do what they want them to do because they know exactly when to do it. They're not moved by their emotions. They're very anchored, and they just hit their target at the perfect time at the right place. So we have intense flirtation, which butters you up towards this person and also allows you to see another side of them. So it's like, okay, you know what? Yeah, I do like them. See, they reel you in. They reel you in. And then we have enchantment. I see that you can feel that this person is staring at you or checking on you. If they watch you through social media, you may have random accounts kind of following you at random times. You can tell that there's something like that going on, and you like to be watched by this person. It actually reminds me of this song by Michael Jackson, and he says, like, I want to say it's human nature. She knows I'm watching. She likes the way I stare. Yeah, it's giving that. Yeah, it's human nature. It's like you know that they're watching and you kind of like it. You like that they're so enchanted by you. This is going to be a lot. This is going to be a very significant connection for you, Group 1. That's what I have for you today. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find your girl. But that's what I have for you for now, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose Group 2 with the blue stone, we'll be using the Phantom Tarot for you. And yeah, we are going to see your next date. Who will you date next? Okay, who is this person? And then we'll see where it's gonna go. What are they trying to do? What kind of relationship will this be? The date in itself, their action towards you, Spirit. This is for Group 2 with the blue stone. Please show us for Group 2. Who is this person they're going on a date with? Right away, the first word I heard for you is obsession. So this person is giving obsessed for sure. They're very drawn to you. We even have the addict card that just came up as your first card out. So this person is really needing a hit when it comes to you. It's like, okay, this person is taking you on a date because they quite literally cannot wait anymore. Ooh, all right. We got the vampire that came up as well. I'm getting an energy that this person may be fighting themselves. There's a very, very strong attraction when it comes to you. And as much as they want this story to be that, you know, you're obsessed or you like them, or even just that you like each other equally, they definitely like you more than you like them. And they're overwhelmed with their feelings, their emotions, and they just have to see you, have to connect with you. So we have the addict card. It says, help you recognize and confront addictive behavior. The shadow aspects of the addict says compromises integrity and honesty and allows an addictive pattern to have authority over their inner peace of spirit. So this person may not be able to control their emotions when it comes to you. They are someone who may even end up on a loop. They may have experienced this before where it's like they ended up addicted or obsessed with someone because they didn't simply honor the feeling when it first arose. They wanted to try to doctor the situation to be something that it isn't, so that they didn't have to be vulnerable. I do feel like this person noticed you before you noticed them. And I do feel like in the past they have created the situation where with another person, that person maybe fell for it, maybe they didn't, but they really tried to make it like that person really wanting them at least equally as they wanted them, but really they noticed them first. So this is a pattern for this person. We have the vampire. It says makes you aware of something or someone that is draining your life force. The shadow aspect says depleting others for your own psychic survival, chronic complaining, and codependency. So this person is very codependent. They may have a sign like in their Venus placement in their chart. They may have a sign that's ruled by Venus, or they may have that in their moon placement. So that would be like Libra, Taurus, in their Venus or in their moon placement, because they really are run by, do they like me back? Do they love me? Are they obsessed with me? Do they want me? Like that is the constant replay in their mind. We have the hedonist. This one says inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life and celebrates the beauty in yourself. The shadow attribute says pursues pleasure to the detriment of their health, indulges at the expense of others. So yeah, this person, like this is the kind of person where it's like you go on a date with them and you tell them I'm looking for a long-term relationship, and they tell you everything that you want to hear just so you will allow yourself to kind of fall for them. Even if they're not looking for a long-term relationship and they're just looking to experience you, to feel you, to get as close as they can to you, they will match your energy. And you got to be so careful about that. And that's the reason why I don't match people's energy ever. Nope, I don't do it. I come into a place as my authentic self, and I remain my authentic self until I'm all the way home. Because you got to be mindful of those people that mirror you and just kind of seem to be on the same wavelength. Even though it feels good when you can meet someone and you have that deep resonance with them, you just have to be wary of people that seem to be just exactly you. You know, a lot of people will take your personality. I just saw 444 on the camera. A lot of people will take your personality or your energy and they'll just mirror it back to you, and you're thinking you're falling in love with them, and really you're falling in love with yourself because they're just mirroring you. Either maybe it could come from a place of insecurity for some people. For some people, it comes from a place of wanting you and having that intention to get you. So they try to present themselves in, you know, the best way possible to get you to resonate with you, to make you feel safe and heard and seen so that you can move forward with them. Got one that fell on the floor. This person could be very conventionally attractive, but they definitely have a dark side with the Hermit coming out. We have the athlete here. So it's like this person comes across as very strong, confident, maybe even a little cocky or misogynistic or whatever the female equivalent would be. But at the same side, they have this super deep hermit side of them that they do not share with anyone. This person is tricky. You got to be careful with this person because they will make you feel like they're sharing everything, but they're not. They will make you feel like it's like they give you just enough to make you feel like they've shared something, but they're not truly showing you their deepest self. This person has a very strong shadow side and a lot of darkness within them. Not to say that they're a bad person, but they definitely have a very strong shadow side and a lot of darkness within them, and they hide a lot of themselves. The athlete, it says, dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps and development of personal willpower and strength. The shadow side says misuse of athletic ability for selfish ends, a false sense of invulnerability and entitlement. So they may have like the delusion of grandeur deeply woven into their personality, where they think they're more attractive than they are, or they see themselves in a different way than most people do, or than they really are. And again, it says like misuse of athletic ability. So they may use their physical wiles to attract people. Be careful, group 2. This is not what I expected for the reading today. The Hermit, it says, seeks solitude to focus intently on inner life and serves personal creativity. The shadow attribute says withdraws from society out of fear of negative judgments from others. Exactly. And refusing to help those in need. So this person may be quite selfish, the kind of person that's around when they're benefiting. But when you're going through something, if they're also going through something, they're MIA. Spirit. What are their intentions? What are their actions towards group 2? Okay. Well, at least when they dip out, they do apologize. So we have long distance and forgiveness. And for whatever reason with this specifically, I'm not feeling this as physical distance. I'm feeling this as emotional distance. I'm feeling this as in when you really need this person, like you need someone to talk to, or, you know, when you feel like being cuddled up with your boo, this person is just gone. They're not there for you. So it's like, you know, it makes you feel like a sense of abandonment, or it makes you feel like something is wrong because, you know, everything's all good in the beginning. It's hot and heavy. They're giving you their energy. They're there for you. Like I said, they're mirroring you, reflecting back to you your most positive qualities, but that's not who they really are. And it doesn't mean that they're a bad person, but it's just that's not who they really are. And so once you need them and it's like they're in their hermit mode, they're going to be MIA. They may even ghost from time to time. They will seek your forgiveness after that. But in terms of their action, something about them just kind of still feels away or distant. It's like they have walls up, you know? They'll allow you to express their or your thoughts, your feelings, what you're going through, the deepest aspects of yourself. But when it's time for them to share, they want to keep it surface level, or they want to brush it off. Oh, I don't have very much to share. I'm not really going through anything right now, but, you know, I definitely resonate with what you're going through. It's like they kind of go into therapist mode when you're expressing what you're thinking and feeling with them. And that makes you feel like really safe, right? But then when it comes to like them sharing their tea, they don't have anything to share. Be mindful of that, especially actually in friendships, when it's like you have people in your life who will listen to you and let you spill everything. But when it comes to them sharing, they don't have anything to say. Now, if you're an oversharer, that would be the exception, because you can't expect people to overshare because you haven't gotten a discipline method or a way of, you know, keeping yourself from oversharing. But when it comes to just conversation and they just kind of keep everything surface level, I don't know. For me, I don't think that's a friend, but everybody has their different ideas of friendship, but just be mindful of that. We do have love-based and soulmate here, which is really, really good. So you definitely met this person for a reason. I feel like that's why they feel so attractive to you. And something about this feels like they may have had a chance at a soulmate connection before and self-sabotaged it. And through this connection, Spirit is giving them another shot, another chance at love, another chance at being in a soulmate connection. But they're going to have to overcome some shadow aspects of themselves to do so. So we have the high standards card here. High standards lets me know that this person is likely taking you on really nice dates. They're spending a good coin, especially with the grandiosity that comes with this person. They wouldn't have it any other way. When they take you out, when they put their attention into you, you're going to feel like a princess, a prince on top of the world. If you're coming over to their house just for like a little, weekend date or whatever, it's like this person, they really are cooking for you. They're doing everything, with aftercare when it comes to being physical. They will literally, go to the store in the middle of the night to get you a Slurpee if you want it, cuddling, all of that. But then they ghost, but then they go back into hermit mode. So it's like, oh, it's very frustrating to deal with this person. But when they show up, they show out with the high standards card. Okay, I'm talking if you guys are going on a date, taking you on an official date to an expensive restaurant or to a nice restaurant. They're doing the flowers, they're doing the gifts, they're opening doors, they're picking you up. It's everything. Everything that you would want. But it's like, it can be hot and cold, so it's kind of hard to manage with them. But I feel like in the background, Spirit is trying to get them to get out of their comfort zone and to take this second chance at a soulmate connection. This connection is love-based. It's not based on what you can give to them. It's not based on physical appearances. It's not based on, physicality. It's based on love. It's based on mutual understanding. It's based on true connection with the soulmate card here. So I just feel like, listen, you better not ruin it talking to them. Spirit, what action are they going to be taking towards them? Ooh, and we have the Moon card here, so they know. They know, and we have the Magician card here. So this is not just a connection that they've manifested. This is not just a connection that came out of their own desire. This is a connection that was really brought together by the universe, universal forces. Ooh, and we have the Empress. So you are definitely someone of value, someone where, listen, they're gonna have to show some respect, or they're really gonna have to get lost. We have the Moon in reverse, the Magician in reverse, and the Empress card here. So I feel like they know what this is. There's no confusion, and if they choose to self-sabotage, they're just quite literally going to miss out. We have the Knight of Cups, so they may actually have some growing to do, like more growing to do than you do. With the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck, that's like Spirit inspiring them and giving them instruction and leading them to glory, essentially. But it's not guaranteed. It is not guaranteed. They only get it if they show up the way that they need to show up. What action are they taking towards them, Spirit? So they're trying some new things, cool, with the Fool card. And I actually like, we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Star, nice. Nine of Swords, good. Let me cover her up. We have the Star card and the Nine of Swords in reverse. So this person is kind of throwing caution to the wind. We have the Fool card that came out as well. That's an energy of them saying, okay, I'm ready for this new beginning. I'm going to allow this new beginning to expand in my life. I'm not going to be run from fear. Nine of Swords in reverse. I'm going to leave my fears and worries in the past. This person has definitely struggled with vulnerability, and I do feel like they're addicted to love. People with a lot of Taurus energy, a lot of Libra energy struggle with that in life. So this person may have a lot of either of those energies, or they may have either of those placements in their Venus, in their natal chart. Or like I said, in their moon. But we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse and the Fool card here. So they're trying not to lead with their perceived value. Knight of Pentacles is heavily perceived value. They're trying not to lead in this athlete energy where it's like, I look good, or I'm valuable, I have a lot of money, so that's how I get what I want in life. They're trying to lead Fool card as the Fool, being led by the universe, being led by the experience. They're trying not to take control and just kind of program you to like them or to engage in a connection with them as quickly as possible so they can just feel what they want to feel and then dip. They're trying to show up as the best version of themselves. We also got the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck, so I don't feel like you would allow them to run up and, you know, confuse you and word salad you and, you know, throw your life around even if they wanted to. We have Temperance card. Nice. And the Hermit. Wow, so the Hermit came up from the Tarot deck and the Archetype deck. So we have Temperance and Hermit. I feel like this is going to be 2 steps forward, 1 step back with this person. You're always making progress. You're always growing in this connection, but there are little moments where you're not speaking or there's some distance between you. There are moments where this person is going into Hermit mode. But 2 steps forward, 1 step back is still consistently making progress. So as long as you can be patient and, you know, do your best to tap into your patience, not get frustrated with this person, you'll be good. You can have something really good here. This can be a really nice connection. So this person in the beginning, I feel like they're leading with their old habits, money, how they look, really impressing you, and then they're going Hermit. Then when they come back, Temperance, they're coming back in more of a fair energy. Not doing like the love bombing stuff, not doing the just trying to have you as quickly as possible, like really trying to be open to what Spirit is telling them and showing them and guiding them into. And then they go into Hermit again. And then they come out even better, Fool card energy. Okay, I'm going to let Spirit take the way. I'm going to allow myself to be vulnerable. I'm going to allow myself to open up to this connection. I'm going to try to be fair here. And we got the Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So this is best case scenario. Ultimately, they should leave Ten of Swords, the old version of them, in the past, accept defeat, and be open with being vulnerable and putting themselves in a position to potentially get hurt, which I feel like was the whole thing they were trying to avoid the whole time. But vulnerability is required for relationships, period. And they're learning that, and best case scenario, they accept that. So we have showing interest and delighted. Showing interest and delighted. So they're showing their interest in you. They're flirting with you. They're happy to see you. This person is generally in good spirits, which is why it can be kind of confusing. Well, now you have the whole tea, you have the whole story, but before, like if you hadn't got this reading, that would have probably been really confusing. Like it's like every time I see them, they're in such a good energy. Or like I was saying, like you have a weekend with them, you get the aftercare. This person is very kind and gentle with you, warm with you, giving you all their attention, their energy, no phone the whole time. And then it's like they kind of go Hermit, so it confuses you. It can confuse you to have this person be happy and good spirits and delighted every time they see you, and then, you know, going Hermit. Nice. So we have playing coy, at peace, and actions matching words. So I do feel like in the beginning, they're in denial a little bit. They're playing coy. They're trying to pretend like, oh, I don't know why you're confused. I don't know why you would be confused by my behavior. With at peace, they're a little stuck and stagnant in their energy, which is why they go into Hermit mode. Honestly, I feel like Hermit mode is good because it does allow them to regulate. And Hermit mode is not just about dipping and being unseen. Hermit mode is specifically when you go within for revelations from Spirit. So I feel like it's good because they regulate themselves. They get the next action. They get the next message from Spirit, and then they move forward in a better energy. So allow them to go into Hermit mode. But they play coy. They act like they don't know what's going on. They, you know, take some time separate, some time with themselves, some time with the universe, and then they show back up, actions matching words. So there's going to be progress in this connection. It's going to take a strong trust that you have with Spirit, though. And you may even want a rotational date, have multiple people on the roster so that you do not put all your time, energy, and attention into them so that the frustration doesn't overwhelm you. But yeah, I feel like this is worth seeing where it goes for sure. That's what I have for you, Group 2. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like your own private tarot reading or any of my other magical offerings, all of that is there. And that's what I have for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose Group 3 with the purplish brown stone, this is your reading using the Gilded Tarot Royale. We are going to see who will you date next. We'll see what's going to happen on your next date. the action they will take towards you. What kind of relationship will this be? We'll get all of that, Spirit. For group 3 with the purplish brownstone, please show us this person. Who is this that group 3 is dating next? So we have the pioneer. Right away, I'm getting strong leadership qualities within them, but strong leadership energy in general. This could be a manager, maybe not your manager at your job, but it definitely could be someone in a managerial position. Pioneer would also represent someone who is an entrepreneur, someone who's doing, someone who has a startup, someone who owns a business that is very new, or in a niche that not many other people are in. Ooh. Okay, so I'm getting a little work hard, play hard energy here as well. We got the shapeshifter that has just come up. So this person, they definitely have a strong like leadership quality, a strong business side, really about their business. I feel like they make good money. This is someone who's probably quite successful in life, but they also have the child eternal here, saying that they have a strong connection to their inner child, and they are forever an inner child, allowing themselves to express and explore their creativity, their creative side, have fun, connect with other people, connect and engage in creative projects. The child eternal, it says determination to remain young in the body, mind, and spirit, and the ability to see anything with fresh eyes. So this is a great person to have in your corner if you want to start your own business, or if you're confused about like your life purpose. Because one thing about this person, they know how to get to the bottom of what you're supposed to be doing in life. This person is really good with sorting out their own thoughts and the thoughts of other people. So if you feel confused, unsure, and indecisive, if you have strong Libra placements in your chart, you know, one of the things about Libra, they can be indecisive, or even Virgo, because Virgo can be the perfectionist. So they can kind of get stuck in this freeze response because they don't know what direction to go in, because there's so many different options and they just want to take the most advantageous way. So if you find that you struggle with any of that, regardless of the placements, oh my goodness, this is going to be a great person to have in your corner. Pioneer, like I said, likely a manager or owning their own business. The pioneer says passion for doing and creating what has never been done before. So this person is definitely a change maker. They're doing something really cool with their life. This person has a cool job or a cool purpose, a cool side hustle, a cool life, cool apartment, cool home. I feel like this person is cool. And then we have this super serious, more like Saturnian energy that kind of comes through here with the Judge. This one says balancing justice and compassion and managing the fair distribution of power. So this is someone who sticks up for the underdog, even if they're in public and there's like something going on that's like an injustice, someone's getting treated unfairly. This is the kind of person that would really step into the situation and help. And it doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter if they know them. They're someone who stands on principle. They could also be in the business of negotiation. So they could be in the law, have some sort of involvement to the law. It's giving me like, oh, what's that show name with Olivia Pope? Scandal, I believe it's called. It's giving me Scandal vibes though, where it's like the truth of what it is to be in law. You know, there's a lot of shady business, a lot of shady characters, even a little Suits energy. Like if you've ever seen the show Suits, again, a lot of shady business, a lot of shady characters. It's giving like cool, like they're involved in law, but they do something like Scandal vibes, where it's like they're a company, like a private owned company that sorts things out for very powerful people, but it's not a company you could just know about and go up to and get them to help you. It's like you have to be in the know, you have to be in the industry to even know that the company exists. So it's giving very cool. I feel like you're going to find out a lot through this person, and I feel like they're going to introduce you to like a different world that you didn't really know existed. We have the shapeshifter. It says skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness and the ability to see the potential in everything. So one thing that consistently comes up with them is their perspective. They have the ability to see potential in anyone and in anything. So if you feel like you're, destined for greatness, but you just haven't been able to figure out like, okay, what's my niche? What's my potential, my purpose? This person will likely help you with that. And that's cool, because even if you don't end up with them and you decide, I don't want to be with you romantically, you will still have that to carry with you lifelong. So this person's going to add a lot of benefit into your life. All right, let's see. So Spirit, can you tell us more about the action they will take towards group 3? So this person's definitely checking you out for a while, and they may even be involved with someone else. We have the closure card. At the bottom of closure, it says accepting transitions. And then we have spiritual based and spying. So that's giving me an energy of this person watching you for a long time before they approach you, before they move forward with you. And they're closing the door on the last phase of their life, the last connection in their life. Especially with this being a spiritual based connection, this person, there's spiritual undertones, but I'm not getting like a strong, oh, this person is spiritual. They're, into crystals and manifestation and meditation and spirituality. I'm not getting that kind of vibe like at all. The only thing that kind of gives us that is the child eternal, but even that is not inherently spiritual. It's more about just being connected to your inner child and being free. So I feel like the closure that's happening is them dating people that are in their industry, or them dating people that they've had access to through like their work and their life, and where that has kind of taken them. Especially if you're really spiritual yourself and you find yourself to be kind of like the opposite of what we talked about in terms of who this person is, that would make total sense, because there is like an energy of you guys having quite the contrast between the two of you. You're very different. And this person is watching and they're attracted to you and they don't really know why. I don't feel like they're spiritual. I don't feel like they have a spiritual practice. I don't feel like they may go to church, but it feels like, like a holiday type church goer, like someone who goes on Easter, on New Year's, on the holidays, Christmas service, that kind of thing. But they're not inherently someone who has a religious or a spiritual practice themselves. So they're not really someone who acknowledges angel numbers. They could see 1111 on the clock and look at it like any other number. They don't acknowledge the spirituality or like the deep feelings that they have towards people. The only time they really tap into their deep feelings is when it feels like, or when it has something to do with business. And yeah, this person, it's giving powerful, it's giving control freak. Not gonna lie, they like to have control. It does feel like someone who has a lot of money, and it feels like they like to kind of control people through their money, or they like to have, if you know, like if you've ever dated someone who's like that archetype, because not everyone who's rich or who has money is like a jerk or a control freak, but it's just giving that traditional kind of archetype of a rich person where they're like stereotypically like snobby, or people who are just in it for themselves. Yeah, I feel like this person has been that, and they're transforming out of that, putting closure to that path or that aspect of themselves through this connection with you. But we have Puppet Master, bad intentions, and hidden motivations. And then we have tug of war here. So I can't even try to love and light it and put a bunch of fluff on it. Like, you know what it's giving. Like, come on. It's giving Puppet Master. This person is used to putting people in certain positions, like putting people in a box. Like, so for an example, if you're my girlfriend, coming from this person's perspective, that's where I'm speaking from. If you're my girlfriend, then you don't call me every day. You don't make super high demands on me. You're available when I need you to be available. You show up looking fabulous. I expect you to always look good, smell good, be in good shape, be in good mental standing, like that kind of vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like the kind of person who it's giving like Wall Street finance bro type of energy, where it's like they just kind of expect you to fit into a box, don't really look at you from like a spiritual perspective or a super deep soulful perspective. This person is definitely used to putting people in a box and making them do what they want. So the best thing that you can do for this person is show up as your authentic self and do not allow them to run you. But you can really only do that if you also have a strong sense of self and you're not run by money in general. So we have tug of war and hidden motivations. The truth is this person does want to be with you, but they also want to put you in a box. And with the tug of war here, there is a power struggle for sure. Some of you have manifested a wealthy person. Some of you have really been focused on abundance and money and manifesting that exactly. And you got that, but you also got everything that comes with that. So we do have the eggshells card here. I do see that it's hard for you to communicate with this person. It's hard for you to open up to them because they just don't speak that same language. You know, they don't speak that same language. They're not the kind of person that really super resonates with like warmth and understanding and even truth. Like they're someone who typically likes to have it their way. They will say and do what it takes to, you know, get their way. And if someone's not getting with the program very quickly, they will move on to the next person. So the difference about this is spirit is initiating them to some sort of spiritual aspect of the connection. And that doesn't even mean that you guys have to be super deep and you always have to be talking about like your feelings and spiritual stuff and whatnot. But spiritual based in the sense that they date for true connection versus commodity versus getting, you know, checking a box off on their list, you know. So it's just different. Spirit for group 3, can you tell us about the date in itself? This date is going to feel like an interview. Oh, we have another card that flipped over. This date's going to feel like an interview. We have the Hangman in reverse and the Six of Swords in reverse. So yeah, it's Six of Pentacles in reverse even. Like, ew, this person is expecting you to like prove something to them. I'm not going to lie. I heard cheap. I hope they don't try to play in your face like that. But Six of Pentacles in reverse, yeah, it's giving cheap. It's giving, you know, you're going to have to prove your worth and your value to them. So I feel like, again, the best way for you to move in this situation is by not at all playing into that. So if spirit has been really working with you in the last, you know, few months or the last couple of years with learning to not prove yourself to people or not allow yourself to be moved by other people in their energy, if spirit has been really working with you on showing up as your authentic self and being very anchored and grounded and not allowing yourself to go into people-pleasing mode, it's been leading you up to this connection because there's so much potential here. But with the Hangman in reverse and the Six of Swords in reverse, Six of Pentacles in reverse, yeah, this person is trying to go about this in an interview style kind of way where it's like Six of Swords in reverse. There's no guarantee we're going to move forward. Ace of Cups reversed at the bottom of the deck. This is likely making you quite uncomfortable, and you probably get a cold vibe from this person that they're not very open. But now here's the tea for the girlies, for the guys out there who are just looking to date for money. You got it. You got it. So if you're someone who's really good at dissociating from your feelings and just getting to the bag, oh, you're gonna get your bag. You're going to get your bag and you're going to get your business because this person is a pioneer. They have a lot of information and a lot of connections. So if you can just kind of check out and if you don't even look at them that way, if you can like play your role, so to speak, you're going to get what you wanted and then some from this connection. So I would say that's the first thing to decide. Am I really trying to build like a lifelong partnership with this person or am I just trying to get mine and then dip? If you know what you're trying to do, that's going to make it so much easier for you to navigate through the situation. Because if you're just trying to get yours and then dip, just play your role, show up authentically still, you know, give them something to hang on to, like, you know, show them, because there is a spiritual aspect to this connection regardless. Both of you have your own intention, but there is a spiritual aspect. So I would still show up authentically so that they can feel like continuing to move forward with you. But yeah, get to your bag, you know, play your role and then move along when you're done. But for those of you who are looking for a lifelong connection, yeah, you've manifested that. You've manifested, you know, someone who has a lot of finances, someone who has a lot of stability, someone who can be in your life for a long amount of time. And actually provide value, but the way you're going to have to go about it is totally different. If you're trying to get to the bag, you're going to have to show up authentically with strong boundaries and not play into that, oh, prove yourself to me type of energy this person's coming in on. It's feeling like it's at a restaurant. It feels very traditional. This person may try to get you to go for drinks or coffee though. And then we have the World card here. So Spirit is like, okay, it's not all bad, group 3. It's not all bad. World card, this connection has the ability to be a long-term connection. It does. It has the ability to be someone really good in your life. But you're definitely going to have to go into this with intention, and you cannot be moved by their money. You cannot be moved by their money, because when someone has perceived value to you before offering you that value, before providing you that value, it's basically just building a connection based on fallacy. I can be on a date with a whole billionaire, but I will not treat them special because they're a billionaire. If I'm not benefiting, you're not a billionaire in relation to me. You're a billionaire yourself, but that has nothing to do with me because I'm not getting anything. So no, you're not getting any special nothing. I don't care what you have or what the potential is. I don't build my reality based on potential. I build my reality based on truth and practicality. So we have the Ace of Swords, okay? Spirit is saying clear-cut communication, taking action based on what should be done. Meaning, if this person tries to disrespect you on the date, you have to be willing to leave. Because this first date is a mess, not gonna lie. It's not bad, but it's just like, yeah, 5 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. It's like very, it's just, this person is giving that traditional stuffy archetype. Emperor, this is about being in control, mind, body, and soul, especially in control of the mind. And the Emperor is someone who fearlessly takes action. Like when I think of an emperor, I think of like, you know, emperors in those old, you know, ancient dynasties and how they would like flat out just be doing the craziest thing, like beheading the high priest because he made a wrong prediction, like the craziest thing, and how they had, you know, their army underneath them that supported them and carried through with it. But imagine how much like confidence you have to even say that and to do that and to carry that stuff out. That's Emperor. The Emperor shows no fear. So you have to do what feels right based on what feels right to you, based on Ace of Swords. If this person is disrespecting you, you don't tell them you can't disrespect me. You don't even give them a warning shot. You get up and you leave. And you have to be fully committed to doing that. Spirit, what is the potential here? We got relationship offer. Listen, I'm a little surprised to see that because this is a really, really tricky one. I am so surprised to see that because this person, everything about them just screams, I do what's best for me. Everything about them just screams, I do what I'm used to. I like what I like. And yeah, I am who I am. Wow, I'm surprised. We have relationship offer and warming up. So group 3, yes, there is potential here. You will receive a relationship offer from this person and they will warm up to you and you will warm up to them. We have intense flirtation here as well, and I would say even be careful with that because I feel like a lot of people do, they just bounce off your energy. You know, someone, they make one, like, you know, you ever had, you know, someone make a joke on a date or a coworker or whatever, and it's like you laughed at it, you laughed it off, so then they think they can just keep going and they keep trying to make you laugh, they keep trying to say stuff like that, and really it made you uncomfortable. So with this intense flirtation, I feel like you even have to keep that in check because if they feel too comfortable, if they make a joke that's inappropriate, do not laugh. I'm telling you, look at them in the face, stone-faced. Stone cold. Yep, and we have choosy. So Spirit is saying it is up to you, group 3, to be choosy. It is up to you to see them for how exactly they're presenting to you, even not their words. If they haven't offered you anything, don't move like they're offering you something. Do not bank on potential with this person. Take everything exactly as you have it in the moment. That's the easiest way to navigate through this situation and to have the best results. If they tell you, oh yeah, I'll help you start your business, do not use that to allow them to get over on you. until they're actually taking that action, until they're actually handing you over a check, handing you over a connection, you do not treat them as if they have or as if they will. Be very choosy. It may even be a good idea for you to rotational date so that you don't even think about them or, feel like they're your only option or the best option. Keep yourself busy, focus on other things. And yeah, that's what I have for you, group 3. My Etsy shop is in the description if you'd like your own private tarot reading. That is where you can find me. I also have spell work, manifestation candles, a bunch of stuff on there. So you can holla at your girl if you need any help with manifestation. But yeah, that's what I have for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 4 with the Mermaid Tarot and the Greenstone, this is your reading. Ooh, we got the Emperor and the 3 of Cups as I cut the deck. So perhaps this is a connection that is long awaited. 3 of Cups, perhaps you're meeting this person as you're out and about, as you're at some sort of party, celebration, wedding, get together, concert, event. And Emperor, I feel like this person's going to stick out to you, take action towards you. But that's just as we cut the deck. We shall see, Spirit, for group 4. Who will you date next? Your next date with this person? What kind of relationship is this going to be? What action will they take towards you, Spirit, for group 4? Please show us their person. One of these flipped over. Ooh, we got the Midas, Miser, which is definitely giving strong Emperor energy, definitely giving strong energy of someone who's in control, someone who's the Midas, someone who's like important. The Midas says entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything into gold and delight in sharing life's riches. So this is someone who's very generous. Yeah, it's giving strong Emperor energy where it's like a lot of people respect them, are attracted to them. It feels like when you meet this person, I'm not going to lie, for some of you, this person has some sort of fame, notoriety, or public standing, because it really feels like other people know them and other people want to get close to them. For someone, you could even meet this person at a meet and greet. Or you could get taken like backstage. Spirit, who is this? Yeah, something about them feels very, this person could be a shaman, like a spiritual leader. This person, I really do feel like they're well-known in the community or well-known in general. But we're getting so many cards here that talk about someone who's like very respected, very attractive. A lot of people find themselves drawn to this person. A lot of people want to like worship them. A lot of people, I won't say it's giving cult leader because this person isn't giving the vibe that they enlist people to follow them, but a lot of people naturally do. So we have the Addict here. I'm going to read the shadow qualities as well because I do feel like it pertains to them. The light attribute says help you recognize and confront addictive behavior. Okay, cool. The shadow attribute says compromises integrity and honesty and allows an addictive pattern to have authority over your inner spirit. This person, they could be a physical intimacy addict. They could be someone who likes to be with many people. They could be someone, it's just giving like living that rock star kind of life. You'll have to see how this manifests, but this person, even if they're not, they don't have any fame, any notoriety, this is like the energy of a person who likes to run through partners, like, likes to date as many people as possible, likes to really engage in connections and feel everything, experience everything, and then like a butterfly, they expand to their next, phase in life. We have the Saboteur. It says highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes that it would bring to your life. The shadow attribute of this one says induces self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others. So this is someone who definitely doesn't play by the rules, not gonna lie. And the fact that they induce self-destructive behavior, that lets us know, like, say you're a love addict, you know, someone who likes to be like a serial monogamous, you like to be in, you know, relationships back to back to back, you don't like to be single. This person will, they will support you in that love bombing energy or that falling fast and hard energy. Like, this isn't the person that's going to tell you, no, stop, we shouldn't do that, we shouldn't go so fast. This is the person that's like, yes, I want all the love too, I want all the feels too, I want to experience it all as well, like, let's do it. So there isn't that like mutual accountability here. I wonder if you guys have been manifesting something fun, or if you've been, you know, trying to manifest a connection with someone who is well known, because you're definitely getting it if you are, but it's coming with a lot and you're realizing that through this connection. So buckle up. This is going to be a wild ride for you, group 4. We got the Liberator. It says freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs and releasing negative thought patterns. This is what really gave me that strong, like, color energy, because it's just like something about this kind of feels, it just feels, it's giving the cultish undertones, not gonna lie. Like, it feels like someone who, you know, kind of not convinces people to, but definitely supports people to explore their shadow side, or, you know, like, they're gonna give you, if you want to believe in something, if you want to be free, this person's gonna hold that space for you to be free. But sometimes it's like we need the structure. So oof, this is complex. This is interesting. I did not expect all of this from this reading today. The Rebel, it says challenges authority to affect social change and rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. So yeah, this person can be very selfish. It's giving 70s. Like, this person is giving that 70s kind of vibe, you know, where everybody was kind of just liberated and doing their own thing and really allowing their creativity to soar and shine. I freaking love music from the 70s. I love the sound. I love the content of the music. I love that vibe of just kind of like, I don't know, I've always been that way, where it's like, I hate that songs nowadays are all about like dating. I hate that songs are all about relationships. Like, I miss the vibe where it's like they're just talking about like the mood or the feelings, or it's just vibes. And with this person, it's like they give like those vibes. And it probably sounds like, it's like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I know, that's the whole tea. That's the whole, exactly. It's like, what are you talking about? You just have to feel it. It's hard to explain in words, but this person, it feels like they were born in the wrong era, or maybe they were, you know, born in the 70s. So Spirit, what action? What action are they taking towards group 4? We have sensual attraction and eggshells here. I'll see what eggshells is talking about, but you see what the cards say, okay? I'm not going to say it, but you can see what that says. You know what kind of attraction they have? Physical attraction. It's giving that so hard, where it's like, it's just, I keep thinking of the 70s, where it's like you had like I just see like the guy playing the guitar, and then you have the beautiful blonde girl with the thick hair and the bell bottoms, and then you got the brunette on the other side, and they all, you know what I'm saying, they all together. It's just giving that kind of vibe. It is, you guys. I'm not gonna lie, I do not think this person is like monogamous. I don't. We'll see. I'm like, okay, are they about to have a transformation? It's gonna be fun, but also very different from what you're used to. This person doesn't really like, see, this person, they like to support other people. They like to be there for other people, but they don't like when people like infringe on their privacy. They don't like when people try to get close to them emotionally. They like to be there for other people. They give you, it's just giving 70s vibe. If you know, you know, like, you know, just imagine some guy in the 70s and like the vibe he would have if he was dating 2, 3, 4 women. It's giving that kind of vibe where it's like, you just see them all sitting together, you know, and they're just, the girls are enamored with them and their creativity, and just and enamored with the guy's mind. And they do have so much insight, and being close to someone who's so liberated and cool is just like, ugh, it's everything. But is it giving long-term happily ever after, like committed romance? No, not gonna lie, it really isn't. We actually have self-focus and walls up that came out. So unless you're someone who can kind of see through that, unless you're someone who can see through the games, not the games, because it's not games. This person is transparent. I feel like you're walking on eggshells because you know who this person is. I feel like you're walking on eggshells because you can tell what they're about and what they do. You can tell the kind of lifestyle they live, and with the self-focus card, you can tell that they kind of like, you know, things to be their way. They definitely have walls up, and with self-focus, they're doing what's best for them. And you feel like you're walking on eggshells, but there's a very strong attraction to this person. I don't get manipulative vibes, but yeah, if you want a long-term relationship, I don't think you should deal with them. Just, well, let me see what this is about. We did get spying closure, so let me see what the closure is about. I'm going to clarify that with tarot. Spirit, what is this closure referring to? Ooh, I think that this is closure. Ooh, you guys may never manifest again after this connection. Nah, it's not going to be that deep. But we have the Lovers card at the bottom of the deck. So what I can say is this connection is leading you to your divinely guided partner. However, Ace of Wands in reverse and the Star in reverse, I'm hearing I touched and I was burned. I believe that's a line in Thinking of You by Katy Perry, I think is what it's called. But we have the Five of Swords here. So going off like some messages that may be in Thinking of You, maybe you have a strong connection to that song, or there's a message there if you want to look into it. But, you know, in that song she says, because when I'm with him, I'm thinking of you. You were the one who, she says, like, I wish I was spending the night with, I wish that I was looking into your eyes. Definitely a song of feeling like you're missing out on a connection with the person you're supposed to be with. And I feel like Five of Swords, I touched and I was burned. Like, but I feel like that has to do with this manifestation in itself. So you may never manifest someone again that you don't know. We have closure, Ace of Wands in reverse, and the Star in reverse. The Ace of Wands is quite literally like the Harry Potter wand. It's your magic wand. It's your manifestation power. It represents your intention, your desire. And with the Star in reverse, I see that you're realizing that manifesting this person that, you know, you didn't know. For those of you who did, this is not a message for everyone. But manifesting this person that you didn't know, you're realizing like, okay, this life isn't at all what I thought it was going to be. And I was going to clarify spying with tarot, but I feel like I already know what it is. Like, I feel like that's your energy. You've been watching this person either on social media, online, or if you know them in person from afar, and you've been allowing your mind to go and create a story versus actually dealing with them in the 3D and knowing and seeing what it actually is like being with them. So we have the Six of Wands in reverse. Now, ultimately, this is leading you to your true divinely guided partner. But I feel like dealing with this person at a minimum is going to be a stepping stone, group 3. But for some of you, it's going to be Six of Wands, you know, kind of like realizing like, whoa, being with this kind of person is not for me. We have the Marriage card. Yeah, it seems like you want something more serious, and not everyone values marriage and wants marriage, but I will say, like, a lot of people will tell people, oh, this is what I want, and they think that just because they tell that to people, that somehow transfers the responsibility of getting that to them, and it doesn't. Well, I told them what I wanted when we went on our first date, and they continued to date me. The question is, why did you continue to date them if they didn't tell you they wanted exactly that? Because that's your intention and your desire, so you have to carry it through. Just because you tell it to someone doesn't mean that they didn't then have to carry it through and it's their responsibility. No, you still very much so have to do that. So I can't say that this person is a manipulator, but it's giving shady just because, like, yeah, this person does feel like one of those type of people where it's like you can tell them straight up what you're looking for in this life, but they're not going to cut you off. You have to cut them off. You have to say, no, I'm not going to engage in this, because especially if they tell you what they're looking for as well, it's a wash then. So both of you should be cutting each other off then. Because if you go on the date and you tell them, I'm looking for marriage, long-term stability, long-term partnership, monogamy, and they go on the date and they say, yeah, well, I'm someone who date multiple people, or I'm not looking for anything serious, or da-da-da-da-da, well, it's a wash. Because then they should be taking action based on what you said, but so should you be taking action based on what they said. So both of you are dead wrong. So it's like, okay, we're still at a standstill. So yeah, I would say, oof, this is it's just honestly, the strong scorpionic energy in my chart wants to say, I would still explore it because it's going to be fun and it would be, not gonna lie, like I have a strong shadow side myself. I like to experience things, and I can't confidently say that I would say no to this connection. But me personally, I'd probably deal with it for a few months, get a taste, and then dip, okay? Dip before things really hit the fan. But yeah, no, the reader in me, the oracle in me says, don't even do that, because you don't know what it's going to come with. It could come with, listen, what if they don't believe in physical safety? You know what I'm saying? What if they don't believe in protection, if you know what I'm saying? You're not going to leave with nothing. It's not going to be a fun run. It's going to be a fun run to the clinic. That's not fun. So the reader in me, the responsible person in me says, don't even deal with it. But yeah, not going to lie, it would be a lot of fun. But don't do it. Or do it. It's up to you. Everyone has free will, but listen, if you do, watch out for yourself, take care of yourself, and know that you are your first line of defense. Don't expect anyone to look out for you. I don't feel like this person is going to look out for you. It's already clear with the self-focus card that they do kind of have walls up, and they're not trying to open up to someone and build a genuine connection. They're trying to have fun and live life in the way that they want to, live life in the way that they see it. So you got to be your first line of defense and look out for yourself, especially with a person like this, especially for those of you who've been manifesting it, because it's like when you finally get that manifestation, it's like, listen, I'm going to see what's going on. We have a true pair here, but a part of me wants to say it doesn't matter, because look at this. We got the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords in reverse and the Knight of Cups. I saw this reel someone posted not too long ago, and it was a clip from like a podcast, and it was a dating coach talking to someone else, and they were saying, like, in a relationship with someone who really likes you, you don't even have to lie to them because they lie to themselves. And that's what I see with this Knight of Cups. It's like you're looking into your cup and you're scrying. This is like you looking into your subconscious, and you can see all the potential. In the dream space, you may have different dreams that kind of like call you to give this person a chance. But at the end of the day, King of Swords, they're very much so in control. And with the Queen of Swords in reverse, they don't allow, there's a very clear power imbalance. Yes, it is true pair energy. Yes, it is heavy compatibility energy. But at a certain point, you got to call a spade, because, yeah, Justice at the bottom of the deck. People, if they don't show up and honor that true pair, then it's like, it kind of doesn't matter, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like that saying, you can lead a horse to a water, but you can't make them drink, Like, you could be a true pair and spirit put you together for exactly that reason, but if this person isn't showing up that way in this lifetime in a way that benefits you, then it's like you can't even think about that. But I do see you kind of Knight of Cups wanting to believe in this person and kind of creating your own reality, or lying to yourself, like the quote said, to be with them. I don't know, because it's like the human part of me is very curious about this energy. Even I want to explore it. So I don't know. I'm like trying so hard to just be connected to the message in itself, but I get the appeal for sure. We have the Five of Cups and the King of Wands in reverse. So yeah, I don't feel this kind of leading to forever. We have the Eight of Wands in reverse and the Page of Wands in reverse. A lot of wand energy showing up reverse for you. Actually, all the wands you got today showed up reverse. The King, the Eight, the Page, the Six, and the Ace. Everything in wands came up reversed. So I feel like this is a situation that kind of leaves you in a place where you can't, it leaves you in a place where you can't do very much. Like it leaves you with kind of very little room for movement and to co-create. We have getting a second opinion. So maybe you want to get like a private reading on the situation and you want to make sure like, okay, is this person I'm manifesting going to ruin my life? Or is this person really good for me once you're in it? Even connecting with friends, your angels, your guides, your spiritual team as you're going through this will really help you. And then we have holding back. So ultimately, I see Spirit kind of saying, like, don't give your all to this person, hold back to this person. If they're not saying what you need as what they're also looking for, the responsible version of me wants to say disengage. The human part of me that is very much so still in the mix wants to say, at a minimum, if you do engage, because we all have free will, so some of you will, just protect yourself. Look out for yourself. Don't allow yourself to get emotionally invested, and definitely physically protect yourself if there's like, you know, that physical intimacy aspect, which there will highly likely be. Oh my goodness, that was a lot, group 4. That's what I have for you today. My Etsy shop is in the description if you'd like your own private tarot reading. That is where you can find me. I got all sorts of magical offerings on there. Spell work, manifestation candles, all of it. And that's what I have for you today. I'll talk to you soon.